Quick, don't think, just answer. A bat and a ball cost $1.10 together. The bat costs $1 more than the ball. So, how much is the ball? If a little voice in your head just shouted 10 cents, you're in good company. Most people say 10 cents. Students at Harvard, Princeton, MIT, more than half of them said 10 cents too. And it's wrong. If the ball were 10 cents, the bat would be $1.10, and together that's $1.20, not $1.10. The ball is actually 5 cents. Here's the unsettling part. You didn't get it wrong because you're not smart. You got it wrong because a part of your mind answered before the rest of you even showed up. Welcome back. Today we're breaking down one of the most important books ever written about how your mind actually works. Thinking, Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. Now, Kahneman wasn't a self-help guru. He was a psychologist who won the Nobel Prize in economics, which is a strange sentence when you think about it. A psychologist winning an economics prize. He won it because he proved something the entire field of economics had gotten wrong for decades. The idea that humans are rational. We're not. We're predictably, beautifully, frustratingly irrational. And once you can see the pattern, you can stop being fooled by your own brain. Your story. Swap for your own. Draft. I used to think being smart meant trusting my gut. I made some of my worst decisions that way. Money decisions, people decisions. Reading this book was the first time I understood that my fast, confident instinct and my slow, careful thinking are two completely different things, and I'd been letting the wrong one drive. So here's what I want to give you today. By the end of this video, you'll understand the two systems running your mind, the hidden biases that quietly steer your decisions, and one simple habit you can use, starting today, to stop making the predictable mistakes almost everyone makes. Let's get into it. Idea 1. The two minds. Kahneman says you don't have one mind, you have two. And he gives them names that are about as exciting as a tax form, System 1 and System 2. But stay with me because this is the foundation of everything. System 1 is fast, it's automatic, it's emotional. It's running right now without any effort from you. When you read the words 2 plus 2, an answer just appeared. You didn't calculate it, it arrived. That's System 1. When someone's face twists in anger across a room, you feel it instantly before you've thought a single word. That's System 1. It's the part of you that finished the bat and ball question before you'd even decided to answer. System 2 is the slow one. It's effortful. It's the part of you that has to wake up when I say, "What's 17 times 24?" You feel that, don't you? That little mental groan. The pupils actually dilate. The body tenses slightly. That's System 2 booting up. And System 2 is lazy. It would much rather let System 1 handle things. Here's the picture Kahneman wants you to hold. Imagine System 1 as a brilliant, impulsive intern who answers every question immediately and confidently, and System 2 as the busy, tired manager who's supposed to check the intern's work, but usually just rubber stamps it and goes back to sleep. Most of the time, that's fine. You don't want to deliberate over which foot to put forward when you walk. System 1 keeps you alive and moving. The problem is what happens when the intern is confidently, completely wrong, and the manager isn't paying attention. So the real question becomes, how do you know when your intern is about to fool you? That's where it gets interesting. Idea 2. Why easy feels true. Here's something that should genuinely bother you. Your brain has a shortcut where the easier something is to process, the more likely you are to believe it's true. Kahneman calls it cognitive ease. When information is familiar, clearly printed, simply worded, or repeated often, it just feels right. Not because it is right, because it's smooth. Your System 1 mistakes "this is easy to think about" for "this is true." Let me make that concrete. Imagine you read the exact same false statement printed in two ways. One is in faint, blurry gray text. The other is in bold, sharp black text. Studies show people are more likely to believe the bold one. Same words, same lie, just easier on the eyes. That's it. That's the whole trick. And this is why repetition is so powerful and so dangerous. Say something often enough and it starts to feel true, simply because it's familiar. Advertisers know this, politicians know this. The algorithm feeding you the same idea 40 times a week knows this. Familiarity is wearing a disguise, and the disguise is truth. Now, I want to be honest with you about something because this channel isn't here to worship books. It's here to think clearly about them. Parts of this book have not held up. Kahneman built some of his points on a field called priming research, studies suggesting tiny cues could secretly steer your behavior. After the book came out, a lot of those specific studies failed to replicate. They couldn't be reproduced. And to his enormous credit, Kahneman himself admitted it. He said he'd placed too much faith in that research. So why am I telling you this? Because it actually makes the book more trustworthy, not less. The big, repeatedly tested ideas, the two systems, anchoring, loss aversion, those are rock solid. But a good thinker holds the strong findings firmly and the shaky ones loosely. That habit, knowing the difference, might be the most valuable thing this whole book can teach you. And the next idea is one of the most tested, most reliable findings in all of psychology. It's also the one being used on you the most. Idea 3. The number that drags your mind, it's called anchoring, and it's wild. The first number you hear quietly drags your entire judgment toward it, even when that number is completely random, even when you know it's random. In one experiment, researchers spun a wheel of fortune that was secretly rigged to land on either 10 or 65. Then they asked people a question that had nothing to do with the wheel. What percentage of African countries are in the United Nations? The people who'd just seen 10 guessed low. The people who'd seen 65 guessed much higher. A random number on a spinning wheel moved their answer about the entire world. That's how strong this is. And here's where it stops being a fun lab trick and starts costing you money. Anchoring is everywhere you spend. Imagine you walk into a shop and see a jacket. The tag says, was $200, now $99. Suddenly, $99 feels like a steal, but you never actually decided the jacket was worth $99 to you. The $200 did that. It set the anchor. You're not evaluating the jacket anymore. You're reacting to a number someone chose specifically to fool your system one. It's in salary negotiations. Whoever says the first number sets the gravity for the whole conversation. It's in restaurant menus, where a wildly expensive dish exists mostly to make the second most expensive one look reasonable. It's in property listings. It's in the recommended donation amounts. Once you see anchoring, you honestly can't unsee it. Quick one for you, and I read every reply to this. Have you ever caught yourself talked into a deal you didn't actually need just because of how the price was framed? Tell me what it was in the comments. I want to hear the one that got you. Because the defense against anchoring isn't to be smarter. It's to pause and ask one question. Wait, where did that first number come from? And who chose it for me? Idea 4. Why losing hurts more. Seriously. Now we get to the idea that once you understand it, explains an enormous amount of human behavior. It's called loss aversion. In simple terms, losing feels about twice as powerful as winning. Losing $100 hurts roughly twice as much as finding $100 feels good. Think about what that does to you. Picture a simple coin flip. Heads, you lose $100. Tails, you win $110. Mathematically, that's a good bet. You should take it. But almost nobody does. The threat of losing 100 looms larger than the chance to win 110. Your mind isn't doing the maths. It's protecting you from pain. And this one quietly runs so much of your life. It's why you hold on to a stock that keeps falling. Selling it would make the loss feel real, so you wait and hope and lose more. It's why you stay too long in the job or the flat or even the relationship that isn't right, because walking away feels like a loss, even when staying costs you more. It's why 50% off today only works so well. You're not buying a product, you're avoiding the pain of missing out. Kahneman shows that we don't actually evaluate things in absolute terms. We evaluate them as gains and losses from wherever we happen to be standing right now. Move the starting point, and the exact same outcome can feel like a win or a wound. So here's the quiet superpower hidden in this idea. When you feel that strong pull to avoid a loss, that flinch, that's your signal to slow down. The flinch is System 1 protecting you, and sometimes it's protecting you straight into a worse decision. Which brings us to the strangest, most human idea in the whole book. Idea 5. The two selves. Kahneman says you contain two different selves, and they don't agree. There's the experiencing self, the you that actually lives your life moment to moment, right now. And there's the remembering self, the you that tells the story afterward. And here's the twist. The one that remembers is the one that makes your decisions, and it's a deeply unreliable narrator. Your memory of an experience isn't an average of every moment. It's dominated by two things, the most intense moment and how it ended. Researchers call it the peak end rule. Picture two holidays. One is 7 blissful days that ends with a horrible argument at the airport and a missed flight. The other is 3 quiet, lovely days with a perfect final evening. Ask people weeks later which holiday was better, and many will choose the shorter one because it ended well. The experiencing self had more good hours on the long trip, but the remembering self only kept the ending, and the remembering self is the one deciding where you go next year. Sit with that for a second. The self that lives your life and the self that judges your life are two different people. You can have a wonderful experience and remember it as bad because of how the last 10 minutes went. You can endure something hard and remember it fondly because it finished strong. Once you see this, you start designing life a little differently. You stop chasing only peak moments, and you start paying real attention to how things end. The last 5 minutes of a workday, the last words of a conversation, how you say goodnight. Endings are where your memory is built. Okay, if you remember nothing else from this entire video, remember this. When a decision actually matters, money, a big yes or no, anything you can't easily undo, slow down on purpose and ask yourself one question. Is this System 1 talking? Or have I actually thought this through? That single pause is the whole book in one move. It's the manager waking up and checking the intern's work before signing. And here's how you do it today, something tiny and real. The next time you're about to make a decision that matters, don't make it in the moment. Write the decision down in one sentence and give it 10 minutes. Or better, sleep on it one night. That's it. You're not trying to be a genius. You're just giving slow, careful System 2 enough time to show up to the meeting. Because System 1 always arrives first, and it always sounds certain. The certainty is the trap. The pause is the way out. Pause this video for a second, actually, and think of one decision you're facing right now where you've been trusting your gut. Just name it in your head. That's the one to slow down on. If that question, is this System 1 talking, gave you something to think about, do one small thing. Try it today, not tomorrow. Subscribe if you want one powerful book broken down like this every week. I keep it clear, calm, and actually useful. No jargon, no fluff, just the ideas you can use. And if this hooked you, the perfect next step is my breakdown of the power of habit. Because once you understand the two minds running your decisions, the next question is how those minds quietly turn into the patterns that run your whole life. That video is exactly where you go next. See you there.